What's going on, guys? Jordan here, coming back at you again with another episode of Beer Reviews. Tonight, we're going to be doing the Anheuser-Busch Light Beer Challenge, I guess. We're going to find out which Anheuser-Busch Light Beer is the best, according to me. We have Natural Light, Michelob Ultra, Busch Light, and of course, Bud Light. Now, how we're going to do this is, at the bottom of the bottom of all four of these clear plastic cups, we got BL for Bud Light, NL for Natural Light, B for Busch Light, because we can't have two BLs, so BL is Bud Light, B is Busch Light, and we have MU for Michelob Ultra. So, before we really get into this video, we're going to talk about pricing on these beers. So, a 12 pack of 12 ounce cans of Bud Light is $12.48. Michelob Ultra, being the most expensive, 12 ounce cans are $14.73. Busch Light 12 pack is $11.48, and Natural Light $10.98 for a 15 pack. So Natural Light, it has the best value for money, the best bang for your buck, if you will. So the most expensive here being Michelob Ultra. These are all 4.2% besides Busch Light coming in at 4.1. So no real difference there at all. So we're going to do this. We are going to pour up these beers. I'm going to get the Michelob Ultra, or not the Michelob Ultra, but the Natural Light first, because that's the one that I already have open, because I've already been drinking on this, because this is, well, it's been one of my go-to beers for quite some time now. So we're just going to pour this in. This is going to be blind, by the way. All right, so we have Natural Light. Throw that can away. Actually, I probably shouldn't have done that because it could very well win and I'll need the can. I have another can here. I'll pull out my cooler. B. That's going to be Busch Light. We'll get that out. These are the big cans, the 25 ounces. I hate when they do that. All right, gotta get it even. All right, so that's the Busch Light. Let's go ahead and get the whatever's next, actually. Michelob Ultra. Go ahead and pour that up. All right. All right. And now we will go ahead and pour the final beer, which is going to be the Bud Light. Formerly, the most sold beer in America. I think it's still at number 2. There's a little bit more head with this one, but then again, it poured kind of aggressively. So try to get these all as even as I possibly can. Just a little bit more. All right, so I'm going to put all of our beers. Actually, no. This is what we're going to do. Tell you what. I'm going to mix all these beers up after the head of this Bud Light goes down. I'm going to mix all these beers up then I'm going to lay them off to the side. We're then going to grab a beer. We're going to take a sip. And I guess we're just going to rank these and see which beer that I prefer out of the four. I want to see if there's any way to tell which beer is which just by looking. They all look pretty much the exact same. I mean, yeah. Some might be a little bit lighter and darker, but I can't tell, especially in this lighting. So what I'm going to do now is I'm going to close my eyes. Actually, here's what I'm going to do. I'm going to agitate. I'm going to slightly agitate every one of them. Just slightly. That way they all kind of look the same, because with these beers being all pretty much the same color, roughly, I can have my eyes open after I mix them up. But I'm gonna have my eyes closed while I mix them around. So move my keyboard out of the way. I'm gonna close my eyes. We're gonna start mixing and matching. I'm just gonna mix them all around. I am terrified that I'm going to make a catastrophic mess right now, because I cannot see where these beers are. I just switched those two back around. What am I doing? Alright. Oh my God. This is terrifying. Alright, we're gonna now put these off to the side. Alright. Now, I'm just gonna grab one beer at random. They're all off to the side. I have no idea which beer is which. We're gonna grab it. And I guess I'm going to set them off to the side right now because you can't really see my desk. And I guess we're just going to rank them. So, let's just get into the video. So I'm just going to grab one beer. No worries, I'm not going to look at the bottom. Not even really going to smell these. We're just going for the taste. So, beer number one. Cheers. Oh, we're also going to be trying to guess which beer is which as well, so. Crisp, clean, refreshing, American Adjunct Lager. Not a whole lot going on for this one. It's just very crisp, clean, smooth, easy drinking. I'm going to say this is either a Michelob Ultra or Busch Light. But I'm leaning more towards Busch Light for this one. So, I'm going to say this is Busch Light, and we'll just set it off to the side for now. We'll do the ranking at the end, but I think that's Busch Light. Beer number two. Cheers. This one's a little bit sweeter. This one seems to have a little bit more flavor than the last one. It's a little bit sweeter, but is it Bud Light sweet? We'll say that this hold on. I have to taste the first beer again. I'm going to go ahead and put this beer at number one for now. This beer at number two. This is the one that I think is Busch Light. So we'll just say for now, the one that I think is Busch Light is at number two. This one at number one, I'm going to go ahead and say that this is maybe Natural Light. I'm going to say this is maybe Natural Light. We're putting it at one for now. Next beer. Cheers. Well, I tell you, the more you drink these, they start to all taste the same eventually. This one. This one absolutely goes down like absolute water. This is almost hardly any flavor whatsoever. I mean, it still tastes like a beer, don't get me wrong, but it's way less flavorful than these two. Therefore, I'm automatically going to say that this is Michelob Ultra, and I'm going to put it in third place for now. So we're going to say that's Mich Ultra, third place. So number 1 right now we think is Natural Light. Number 2 we think is... No, wait. Number 1, yeah. Number 1 we think is Natural Light. Number 2 we think is Busch Light. And number 3 we think is Michelob Ultra. Beer number 4 and the final beer in our video. Cheers. It has more flavor than beer number 3, which is what I think is Michelob Ultra, which is in literally third place. This one kind of strikes me as a Bud Light. And the thing is with the Bud Light, I can drink Bud Light. I could drink a 12-pack of Bud Light. Who couldn't? All right? But the thing about Bud Light for me is it has a sweetness to it. And you really don't notice that sweetness until you're like 2, 3, 4, 5 in. After a while, my palate gets kind of exhausted with the sweetness that Bud Light has. I'm tasting a little bit of sweetness on this, and it's kind of giving me a Bud Light vibe. Now, excuse me. Normally, I can't really tell that until I've drank several, but this is kind of giving me that vibe. So, I'm saying this is Bud Light. So now, it's going to now be in third place, and Michelob Ultra is going to be in fourth, or what I think is. So, this is 3. This is, okay, I'm going to not confuse myself here. So we know this, what we think is Bud Light is in third place. So what we're going to do, we're going to reveal beer number 1. And that's the one that I think is Natural Light. You gotta be kidding me. So we were wrong. Beer number 1, the beer that I think is the best, is Bud Light. Mind blown. That's crazy. So that's beer 1. We'll just put it right there so I can fit all of these. So we're saying that Bud Light is the best. What? All right. Beer number 2, the beer that was in second place, I thought was Busch Light. It was actually Michelob Ultra. Go figure. So Bud Light and Michelob Ultra, first, second. So Michelob Ultra takes second place. This beer, the one that I thought was Bud Light, in third is actually Natural Light. This is my go-to. And that means fourth place, the worst light beer, is Busch Light. So there you have it. The Anheuser-Busch light beer, blind beer battle, I guess, is surprisingly kind of an upset. But to be fair, when you drink these beers, one after the other, your palate kind of gets confused. So like if I this is Bud Light. So we're going to do that. We're going to now, we did it blind. Now let's do it regular. Let's just take a sip of each of these. This is Bud Light. Not bad. I'm not really getting that sweetness, but like I said, the sweetness doesn't come on until later. Second place, Michelob Ultra. All right. A little bit less flavor than number one. This one I thought was Michelob Ultra Natural Light, which I thought had almost no flavor, I guess. Or was that Busch Light? I'm getting confused now. No, that one has flavor. Maybe Busch. See, now Busch is tasting better than Natural Light. So here's what this is how we're gonna sum this video up. You can do this for yourself. You can get all 4 of these beers and do a blind taste test yourself. But honestly, I don't know if it's best to put all 4 against each other the way I did, because your palate is going to get overwhelmed and they're going to all start tasting similar. They are very similar, but it's going to get hard to distinguish which is which. Now, off of personal opinion, now that we've done the blind beer, we did the blind taste test and the winner was Bud Light, okay? I never buy Bud Light. Like I said, it gets sweet after a few and it gets sweeter and sweeter as the night goes on. Therefore, I never buy it. I definitely don't buy Michelob Ultra because it is extremely overpriced. So let's go the cheapest Natural Light. Let's just do this. Let's eliminate everything else just for now. Just for fun. Natural Light versus Michelob Ultra. This is going to be a little bit of a bonus. This is my go-to Natural Light. $10.98 for a 15-pack. This is over $14 for a 12-pack. We're going to do a little mini challenge right now. We're going to do a blind taste test of just these two. All right? The most expensive versus the least expensive. All right? So we're just going to close our eyes. I'm going to close my eyes, our eyes. I hope you guys aren't closing your eyes. I want you to watch the video. We're just going to mix them up, mix them up, mix them up, mix them up, mix them up. All right. Let's take a sip of both. Now, they're warming up a little bit as well, so there's more flavor coming out. Huh. And now they're starting to taste the same. Okay. I should have got a palate cleanser. This one has more flavor than this one. I'm going to say this is Natural Light, this is Michelob Ultra. Are we right? Natural Light, Michelob Ultra. We were correct. This beer has more flavor than this beer. So, the cheapest beer just beat the most expensive beer. This is my go-to. So, it might have been a mistake to pin all 4 against each other, but I wanted to do it. It was fun to do. I enjoyed it, and I hope you guys did as well. But yes, Bud Light was the victor of the main battle out of the 4, and Michelob Ultra did get second. But when it comes literally to the cheapest beer versus Michelob Ultra, the most expensive beer, the cheapest beer won. So I would say do these individually, two on or one-on-one, before you do all four of them, because your palate's going to get exhausted. They're going to all start tasting similar. You're going to get confused. But, you know, like I just proved that Natural Light tastes better to me than Michelob Ultra. And Michelob Ultra was number 2. And in the blind battle, Natural Light was 3, and the least flavorful beer, I guess, was Busch Light, but that's also a good beer. So that's the conclusion of this video. I hope you guys enjoyed this. If you did, be sure to hit me with a thumbs up. If you guys have any suggestions on anything you would like me to try in the future, leave it in the comment section below, and I'll do my best to try to find it and give it a review. As always, until next time, we'll cheers with Natural Light. Cheers, guys. Thanks for watching.